Fans, welcome to this week's edition of After the Bell. I'm your host, the fan advocate, Terry Boddie. And with me is a guest that the Ohio Valley Wrestling fans have been looking to see for a long time. Our very special guest, Ohio Valley Wrestling Board of Directors member, Ken Wayne.
Thank you for having me here, bud.
Thank you, Mr. Wayne. Mr. Wayne, simply this, the Ohio Valley Wrestling fans have been asking for the Board of Directors to do something about what Josette Bynum and the family have been doing here at Ohio Valley Wrestling for months. What prompted your visit to come to Ohio Valley Wrestling now, and what is the board going to be doing regarding this issue?
Well, the thing was the board informed me, because I get reports and I read them and everything, and apparently there's been a lot of things going on with Josette, and I think the last straw was the referee situation and with Mr. Sharp, and you can't let that happen. Here's the thing, you know, you have a business, you have to run this business. You know, you can't be a Morgan Keegan and go behind people's back and doing things not what to do. But after a while, you know, you've got to do something. And the thing is, the way she thinks the power to put it everything is somewhat speculative. And they took longtime owner of OVW, Danny Davis, out of power, which I'm sure, you know, smooth talking lawyer can do that. You know, that's the way the system works. Well, they decided, hey, it's time for somebody to go down there. It's time to go down, see what's going on, observe her, see what she's doing, see what's going on, pay attention, and move forward from there. So my last week being here was the first step of that. And I'm going to be here, you know, checking things out. I'll be in the back. I got eyes and ears here. And just seeing, you know, getting everything back in the up and up. Because the thing is, OVW has always been about the fans and what the fans want. Well, even though OVW didn't want to do that because of, you know, political wrangling or whatever you want to call it, they weren't quite getting what they wanted. And so they asked me to come in and see what we could find out and get done with it.
Well, as the fan advocate, I can tell you that Ohio Valley Wrestling fans are appreciative of the Board of Directors finally taking a stand and doing what's right in the interest of the fans. You mentioned, sir, that you're going to be here now as a weekly presence, so you're going to be here for a certain amount of time, or is it an ongoing visit that you're going to be here, sir? How long is the evaluation of Miss Josette Bynum?
Well, actually, I think it's going to be ongoing. The thing is, you can't go and say, hey, I'm going to do for this length of time, because guess what? Anybody can be good for an hour. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that things have to get straightened out. And then also, I'll report back to the board, and there'll be directives set down. They have to be followed. They have to be done a certain way, just like there is with anything. You know, if the rules are violated, there'll be punishment set down. You know, so there will be ramifications for any wrongdoing, any below board, you know, finagling and so forth. And the thing is, you know, they figured I was good to do it. You know, unfortunately, I had to travel, you know, all over the world. I've been part not only in the ring, but also in some of the wrestling offices that I was in, and since I retired. And so I do have I got a good idea of how to finagle around and do things. So let's face it, I've done a few of those things myself. So, you know, who better than someone who has done that to step in and say, I can see through that, because I did the same thing.
Absolutely. It's the old thing, you can't sell a salesman. Nobody can take away the credits that you have, Mr. Wayne. I mean, your wrestling background, your wrestling school, you've been a part of everything that goes on. So if there is an authority that can come in and see through and make it transparent, to use your words, you are definitely the man to do it. And you took a big step doing that, announcing matches for the Saturday night special. Is that more of what we were going to expect? Are you now going to be making the matches and making stipulations like you did, or was that just a reaction to what went on?
Well, it's part reaction to what went on, but also you have to look at things in a fair balance. You know, there's always a give and a take. Well, it seems to me, from what I know, the reports I've read, and I've been told that Miss Josette was one of those people who were taking advantage of things. So, you know, it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander type of thing. And so those things where I felt that, hey, something needs to be taken care of, these can step into. And you know what? Sometimes you've got to see what it's like to have a shoe on the other foot.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Wayne, again, on behalf of the fans, being the fan advocate, I want to thank you and thank the Board of Directors for finally taking a stand and trying to right the ship here at Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Thank you for having me.
Fans, we're going to wrap it up for this week's edition of After the Bell. I'm your host, Terry Boddie, the fan advocate, and I'll see you at the shows.